What is your first reaction when your paycheck hits the bank? For millions in the Western world, it's a brief moment of relief, followed by a frantic game of financial whack-a-mole. Pay the credit card, cover the overdraft, pay that late bill. By the end of the month, the account is back at zero, or worse, negative. We live in a culture of credit-fueled consumption, where spending is the default and saving is an afterthought. I'll save whatever is left over, and what's left over, almost always, is nothing. Now, look at Japan, a nation that, despite decades of economic stagnation and flat wages, consistently maintains one of the highest personal savings rates in the developed world. It's not uncommon for average families to have the equivalent of tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars in savings. What's our reaction to this? The same lazy one we have about mathematics. Oh, they're just different. It's their culture. Or they must earn astronomical salaries. Both of these beliefs are fundamentally wrong. They are an excuse. What if this financial success has nothing to do with magic or income, and everything to do with method? What if their wealth isn't built on salary but on awareness? What if the Japanese have a system, a ritual, for handling money that is so fundamentally different from ours? It makes us look like amateurs? Today, we are not talking about stereotypes. We are talking about strategy. We are going to deconstruct the system the Japanese use to build wealth. And most importantly, we are giving you the blueprint. This isn't about getting rich overnight. This is about fundamentally changing your relationship with money. This is the brain line. The first and most important pillar is a mental shift. In the West, we operate under the tyranny of later. I'll save after I pay off the car. I'll save after I get that promotion. I'll save what's left at the end of the month. The result is that later never comes. Our system is income minus expenses equals maybe savings. In Japan, the philosophy is inverted. The system is income minus savings equals expenses. Let's repeat that because it's the most important concept in this entire video. Income minus savings equals expenses. For many in Japan, saving is not an option. It is the first bill you pay. It is a non-negotiable line item, just like rent or electricity. They pay themselves first, before that money ever has a chance to be spent on a want. The question is not, how much do I earn, but how much have I decided to keep? This isn't about wealth, it's about discipline. They don't view the money they earn as money to spend. They view it as a tool to build anshin. Anshin is a Japanese word with no direct English translation. It means peace of mind, security, a feeling of safety. They save obsessively, not necessarily to buy a luxury car, but to buy peace, a shield against the instability of life, earthquakes, illness, job loss. The first lesson, therefore, isn't a trick. It's a philosophical decision. You must stop treating saving as the leftover and start treating it as your single most important expense. Okay, so you've shifted the mindset. You've decided to pay yourself first, but how do you manage what's left? In the West, we trust apps. We link our credit cards, the software auto-categorizes everything, and we look at a pie chart at the end of the month and feel guilty. It's passive, it's automatic, it's frictionless, and that is why it fails. In Japan, they have the Kakeibo, pronounced Kakeibo. It literally translates to household finance ledger, but it is so much more than a budget. It is a ritual of awareness. The Kakeibo, in its most traditional form, is done with pen and paper, and this part is critical. The physical act of writing forces your brain to process the information differently. You aren't just logging data, you are having a conversation with your spending. The Kakeibo system is built around 4 simple questions you ask yourself at the beginning and end of each month. Question 1, start of month. How much money do I have available? This is your income, minus your fixed bills, and minus the savings you already set aside. Question 2, start of month. How much would I like to save? This is in addition to what you already paid yourself. This is your goal. Question 3, during the month. How much am I actually spending? This is where you log every yen by hand. Question 4, end of month. How can I improve? It's this 4th question that is revolutionary. The Kakeibo doesn't judge you. It doesn't give you an F for spending too much on coffee. It forces you to reflect, I spent $50 on food delivery. Did this bring me joy? Is this aligned with my goals? What can I do differently next month? You stop being an automatic passenger to your impulses and you become a mindful pilot of your finances. You transform the act of budgeting from an exercise in guilt to an exercise in mindfulness. The Kakeibo is the mental software, but what about the hardware? Japan, for a very long time, has been a cash-based society, and there is a profound psychological reason for this. Studies in behavioral economics show something we all intuitively know. Paying with plastic doesn't hurt. Tapping a phone or a card feels abstract. The money isn't real, it's just numbers on a screen. But handing over a crisp, physical bill, that hurts. You feel the transaction. You see your wallet getting thinner. This emotional friction is an incredibly powerful budgeting tool. The Japanese perfected this with the Fudo system, which is is simply the envelope system. At the start of the month, you take the cash you have available after you've paid yourself first, and you divide it into physical envelopes. One for groceries, one for leisure, one for transportation. When you go to the movies, you don't use your credit card. You take cash from the leisure envelope. And here is the magic. When the cash in that envelope is gone, it's gone. You cannot go to the movies again until next month. You don't borrow from the grocery envelope. This is the polar opposite of our digital budgets, where it's easy to move funds with a click. The envelope system forces you to make hard, real-world trade-offs before you spend, not after. You are physically visualizing your priorities. It is the Soroban of personal finance. This entire system, the pay-yourself-first mindset, the Kakeibo ritual, the cash-based tools, is powered by a cultural engine. In the West, we are bombarded by conspicuous consumption. Success is measured by what you show, the car you drive, the logo on your bag, the vacation photos on your Instagram. We are encouraged to fake it till you make it, which usually just means go into debt until you drown. In Japan, while consumerism certainly exists, there is a deep cultural undercurrent that values discretion and simplicity. There is less social pressure to flash your wealth. Success is often demonstrated by your stability, your quiet ability to provide, your peace of mind, that anshin. Now, let's be realistic. The no BS wisdom part of this channel demands it. This Japanese obsession with saving can also have a dark side. It can lead to an excessive fear of spending, a stagnant, deflationary economy, and a culture that sometimes forgets to enjoy money. We are not advocating that you become a miser, but we must acknowledge the variable. The Western buy now, pay later culture is a constant headwind pushing you into debt. You cannot change your country's culture, but you can change your personal culture. You can detox from influencers selling a fake lifestyle and start following people who talk about financial independence and simplicity. You can build your own environment that values security over status. Okay, let's pull this all together. We've deconstructed the why. Now here is the how. This is the actionable blueprint. It doesn't require a move to Tokyo. It just requires a decision. This is the price of admission. Before you pay rent, before you pay for subscriptions, set up a short automatic transfer from your checking account to a high-yield savings account for the day you get paid. Make saving your most important bill. Ditch the passive budgeting apps for 30 days. Buy a simple notebook. By hand, write down your goals and every single dollar you spend. At the end of the week, sit down and ask yourself the fourth question. How can I improve? This is the hard mode. For 1 month, try it. Withdraw your discretionary spending money in cash. Put it in labeled envelopes. Groceries, restaurants, fun. When an envelope is empty, you are done. It will be a shock to your system, and it will be incredibly effective. If envelopes are too much, create digital friction. Delete your saved credit card info from Amazon, food delivery apps, and your web browser. The simple act of having to get up, find your wallet, and type in the 16 digits will give your brain just enough time to ask, do I really need this? This is the final mindset shift. Unfollow the accounts that make you feel poor. Stop trying to keep up with the Joneses. Define your own version of wealth and make anshin, that true peace of mind that comes from living below your means and having a financial shield, your #1 goal. The secret to Japanese financial success isn't a secret at all. It's not a higher salary. It's not a magic gene. It is a philosophy put into practice, a philosophy that is, in fact, incredibly liberating. It's the philosophy that you are in control. That awareness is the antidote to impulse. That financial friction is a tool, not an inconvenience. And that the true purpose of money isn't to buy more things, but to buy more options, to buy freedom, to buy peace. You don't need to be born in Osaka to apply these principles. You just need to start. It will be difficult. That's the no BS truth. It takes work. It means breaking habits that have been drilled into you for decades by a culture that profits from your debt. But the path is not a mystery. It is a choice. You can change your financial future. The blueprint is right in front of you. The only remaining question is, what will you build with it? If you got value from this analysis, do us a favor and hit that like button. And subscribe to the Brainline for more deep dives into the systems of success. Now I have a question for you. What is the one Western spending habit, like using buy now, pay later, or saving your credit card on all your apps, that you are going to stop doing this week? Share your plan in the comments below. Let's build a community of real learners. Thank you for watching.